So you're putting your PR application together and now you need a photo. Make sure that you have the right photo with the right specifications, because even though you get a chance to resend your photo, you really don't want that to be the thing that delays your process. So in this video today, I want to share with you my personal experience of getting my photo taken for my PR application, and also answer the question how you can possibly find a place in Toronto specifically to get your photo done correctly and also fast. And by the way guys, a big disclaimer, as usual, I am not an immigration consultant or immigration lawyer or advisor. All I'm doing in this video here is sharing with you my personal experience in the hopes that that might help you as well. Most importantly, to start off with, there are two things that you have to keep in mind. The first one is that it has to be a professional photograph taken by a commercial photographer. So no, you can't just do a selfie at home or ask your spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend to take a photo of you and print it out at home. That will not work. And the second important thing is that the photo has to be current. And as per current rules, the photo has to be taken within the last 6 months. So don't even think about using a photo that you've taken 2 years ago. I mean, I know the temptation is there. I had a couple of photographs that I've taken a long time ago, and I think I pretty much still look the same, but honestly, I did not want to take the chance. Not for my precious PR application. And now let's get to the very important question, which is where can I get my photo taken fast? So about a year ago, when I was putting together my PR application, I simply Googled places that would take photographs for PR purposes. And then I stumbled upon this one photo place, which is called Y&Z Convenience Store. Yes, it's a convenience store, and at first I wasn't sure what to make of it, but I must tell you guys, I had an awesome experience here. So just to emphasize, you do not have to take your photo at this place. I'm just telling you that I had a really great experience here, but you can take your photo at any commercial photographer. It doesn't matter, but one tip, just make sure that before you go there, read the reviews, read the Google reviews, because those usually give you a very accurate picture of the service level and also their professionalism. And in this case, Y&Z Convenience Store actually got a very high rating of 4.7 on Google. So cost-wise guys, unfortunately this was quite a while ago, so I don't remember the exact price, but I'm pretty sure that per person we spent less than $20 on a set of 4 photos. But in any case, I was so excited at the time about the prospect of getting my PR finally that I didn't care about the cost at all. But the greatest thing of all, you know, is that it was so fast. It was so convenient, and we were in and out of there in a matter of approximately 10 minutes. So within the convenience store, right next to the cashier, there was a small spot with a lit back screen and a small stool in front of it. So each of us took turns, and what I really liked about Y&Z Convenience Store photo services was that the person taking the photo was really careful about it. So he even gave us some blotting paper to blot our oily faces, oily spots on our faces, to make sure that it wasn't shiny. And he also really took care to adjust the angle of our faces, because it's really important that you look at the camera square on and not like at an angle like this, like not up and down or like sideways. So he really paid attention to that, and he also made sure that there was no glare or no reflection. And it seems like such a minor thing guys, but in fact if you submit a photo that has these kinds of errors, you will be asked to resend your photo, and that will delay your whole application process. By the way guys, if you found this video useful so far, then I would really appreciate it if you'd hit the like button, because that would let me know that this video was useful and I'll continue to make more videos like this. So one very important thing that you need to do the moment you step into any photo service, Photoshop, is to let the photographer know what your photo is for. The thing is that photo services take photos for all kinds of purposes. That could be for citizenship or for a visa, etc. Because PR photos have their very own set of specific detailed requirements, you want to make sure that you let them know in advance so that you do not have to retake the photo. That being said, although the photographer, for example, in this case was very professional and he was very knowledgeable about the requirements, in the end, it is still your responsibility to make sure that the photo is correct. If your photo is declined by immigration, so you cannot put that on the photographer and it will not be accepted as an excuse. And it's very easy to make sure that you meet the photo requirements. The first thing that you must do is to go to canada.ca and look for the most updated recent photo requirements for PR there. And we're going to look at that now together, but I'm not going to go into all of the details. I'm just going to brief through this very quickly and then you can read this by yourself, but I'm just going to highlight a few things that I find especially important. The first thing is check your application guide. It will tell you how many photos you require for your application. Make sure that you check the requirements again and make sure that you have sufficient photos. And then, very important, there are very specific requirements to the size of the photo. So not just the overall size, but also the measurements from chin to crown of head and so on. Also, the photo needs to be taken with a neutral expression, so don't smile. And I know this is oftentimes very challenging because if you're told not to smile, then you tend to frown and look very sad. Your face and shoulders must be centered and squared to the camera. Also, it has to be taken in front of a plain white background, so not blue, not red, and so on. Here it also says that photos printed at home are not acceptable, so do not try to get a digital photo and print it out yourself. So these last three things are super important. Once your photo is printed, at the back of the photo it has to have your name and date of birth. You can write that down, but also the name and complete address of the photography studio and also the date it was taken. Ask the photographer to simply put a stamp on the back of your photograph like this here. So it has the name of the photography studio and the address, and in addition to that, for the photo that I submitted, not this one, I also put my name on it and my date of birth. And below here they have a couple of examples so you can really understand what is allowed and what is not allowed for the photos. So another easy thing that you can do to make sure that you get the correct photo, especially if your photographer is not as knowledgeable about the latest requirements for PR photos, is that on this side, permanent resident photos on canada.ca, there's a direct link here. There's a PDF that you can click on that has a summary of the requirements for the photo. So you can simply print this out and hand this over to the photographer and they will know what to do. And after they hand you the photo, then check it again against the requirements so you can make sure that everything is correct. So guys, as you know, requirements might change from time to time, so it's very important that you always get your latest updates, instructions from canada.ca itself. So personally, I would just go to canada.ca and type into the search box PR photo requirements so that you can make sure that you really get the latest requirements and not something that's outdated. So guys, in case you've got that settled, you're likely to get your PR and your PR card hopefully pretty soon. But now you might be wondering, what do I actually have to do after I get my PR approved and my PR card and so on? And for that, you can check out this playlist here where I talk about things like how you can update your SIN card, which you have to do, by the way, after your status changes to PR, and also how you can renew your OHIP card. So make sure that you check that out. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.